Welcome to Satanic Rites Special Report. I'm Lucien Graves.
And I'm Ma Levex.
Tonight, we take you deep into the origins of a band that didn't just make music, they carved a wound into the silence. They say music is born from silence, but not this time. This time, music was born from rot, dust, and a noise that refused to stay buried. This is the story of how it began. Not in New York, not in Berlin, but in a nowhere city called Stonhaven. And the name was Demonium Nihil. Back in 2017, I received an anonymous MP3. It wasn't labelled, no credits, just a single title, Null Invocation. It started with silence, then static, then something like a scream being devoured by its own echo. I played it on air that night. 17 listeners called in. 4 asked if it was a joke. 2 started crying. A week later, I heard the name for the first time, Demonium Nihil. No one knew who they were. No shows, no photos, no proof. Just sound. Stonhaven, Caldera. Population 14,000 and falling. Old mills, empty diners. A town that stopped breathing but never died. But inside a crumbling textile plant, someone was building something. Locals say it began at the Slag Pit, a rusted underground bar with more mould than music. That night, a man walked in with a laptop, a candle, and a black coat. No name, no flyer. He just whispered, "Do you have a stage?" What happened next? You'll hear from someone who was there.
He didn't even order a drink, just lit a candle, connected his gear, and told me to kill all the lights. Then he screamed into the void. Not lyrics, not melody, just presence. And you know what? They stayed. People stayed.
That's the thing with presence. You either run from it or you follow it. Turns out, some followed.
He posted this cryptic message on some old industrial forum. Echoes of Rust, I think it was called. No name, just one line. Looking for dissonance. Will you serve the static? At first, I thought it was a joke, but something about it stuck. So I sent him a short clip I'd been working on. The next day, he replied with coordinates. That's how we had our first rehearsal, I guess. There were no names, no handshakes. He just played this distorted sound file and said, "Play over this. Imagine God is missing, fill the space." And that was it. That's how it all began.
They weren't looking for fame or fans. They were looking for frequency. A specific kind of pain that could only be summoned, not written. But who was he? The one they now call Lucius.
He used to scribble Latin phrases all over his math books. Said the numbers were too loud. I remember once, he handed in a music project that was just 4 minutes of silence, followed by 1 second of pure screaming. He called it faith-breaking. We thought it was a joke. He didn't laugh.
By late 2017, the whispers grew louder. Not because they played shows, but because those who heard them changed. One local reporter wrote a piece titled "The Cult of Silence." We spoke to her.
I interviewed 3 kids who went to that show. One said he didn't sleep for 6 days, another started painting doors black, and one, she said she finally heard her brother's voice again. Her brother had been dead for 8 years.
Lost untied, chains that bind, but hearts that burn.
Some said it was a band, some said it was a cult, some still say it never existed. But the tapes exist, and I've heard them. This is Demonium Nihil.
We carve desire in wicked play, bound by shadows, skin to skin. your screams.
In the next episode, we go inside the abandoned chapel, the night 13 people passed out, and someone never came out at all. This is Satanic Rites, where shadows speak louder than light,